Hey everybody, my name is Ethen Ostroff. Sorry for this. My dog is interrupting my video content today, but that's okay. It doesn't stop me from talking about my stuff that I'm going to talk about. So today we are going to talk about whiplash and what that means in your injury case, how that injury can be valued, and how insurance companies try to undermine what your injury really means to you. So before I get there, make sure to click that subscribe button, follow along, where I will make sure your future injury case is protected. So, whiplash, what does that mean? How does it affect your case? Is it worth pursuing and doing something about? The answer is it is definitely worth doing something about. Typically, whiplash symptoms can take as long as 2 to 3 weeks to even show themselves. So there is a possibility in that rear end accident that you just got in that you don't even realize that you herniated a disc in your neck or your back, and you don't even realize that you have adrenaline going through your system that is keeping you from feeling the real pain that you are now going through. So really the most important things to think about when it comes to a car crash or a fall down where you have whiplash symptoms. Number one, listen to your body. If your body is trying to tell you something that you are not feeling right, go get checked out. Make sure to go to the doctor. The most important things to insurance companies that they want to point to undermine your injury is how long you waited to go get seen by a doctor after your crash or your fall. If you wait, your case is worth significantly less and you're going to continue to feel like shit. You need to make sure that you get adequate treatment as quick as you can after you get in some sort of incident. If you do not, you are going to really damage your opportunity at recovering for your whiplash symptoms. Now, next, if you do have whiplash symptoms and you are feeling things nagging about 2 weeks later, don't not go to the doctors because you think it's too late to go to the doctors. You really should go get checked out. Some of the things that you should really look out for that might point to some nerve damage. Are you feeling any tingling in your hands or your feet? Are you feeling anything in terms of just general pain in your upper body? If it is in your if it's in your upper torso, you might be feeling something in your hands. If it's in your lower torso, you might be feeling something in your butt down to your feet. So as you are listening to your body tell you that you have these issues, you should go get checked out as soon as possible. If you don't get an MRI, you're not going to know what's going on with your back. If you don't go get told by a doctor you're okay, don't assume that you're okay after a crash. Next, in terms of the way that you should think about these symptoms, whiplash symptoms, which could lead to herniated discs, even fractured discs in your back. These types of injuries could lead to injections, surgery, and physical therapy. If you do get a surgery, your case is worth more than if you just got injections, which is worth more than if you just got physical therapy. But each one does have a value. The way the law reads, if you're not at fault, you can recover for your pain and suffering. You don't have to have a certain amount of pain and suffering, absent certain states, to recover. In Pennsylvania, there is a statute like that. It's called a limited tort law, where you have to prove you have a serious injury in order to recover. But whiplash can become a serious injury. So if you do feel like you have something going on, just go get checked out. Make sure that nothing serious is going on. Because if something is, you are going to suffer through it. And you're going to suffer through it alone if you don't go get checked out by a doctor. If you have any questions, I hope that I don't need to speak to you about your whiplash symptoms. But if you do, click below. I'm happy to get in touch with you. Thanks so much. Make sure to hit that subscribe button. Follow along where I will make sure your future injury case is protected. Thanks.